Oh hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on the Focus again today, and we're going to get rid of this piece of crap. This is our passenger side engine mount, and this thing has been gone for quite a while now, and I'm not sure why I didn't replace it beforehand. This thing was disappointing. I got it out of the car once I actually got to look underneath of it. It's bad. I'll show you about halfway through the video this thing up close, but boy, I tell you what, it needed to go. I replaced it with some Damond Motorsports parts. I don't know why I waited so long. So I'm gonna show you how to put it on. I'm gonna tell you the tools you need, and then I'm gonna tell you what I think afterwards. Let's get into it. Step one, we're gonna pop the engine cover off. Next, we're gonna pop this coolant reservoir off, and it should theoretically just pop up off of here, just like that. And there's another one back here. Pops up out the way. We're going to try to gently relocate it to there, out of our way. Now we got all this beautiful space to work. Before we go take anything loose, we're going to just support the engine with a jack. I got a piece of wood in there so it doesn't damage the roll pan, but there's not really pressure on it. It is just holding it up so when I take this loose, it won't fall. Now that we got the engine supported, the coolant reservoir out of the way, we're going to take an 18 millimeter and take these three nuts off. Ideally, the studs stay in the timing cover, but if they come out, it's not a huge deal. Hopefully just the nuts come off. I'm gonna take my impact and bust them off here real quick. See, that one came completely out, which isn't a huge deal. All right, so 2 out of the 3 stayed on. It's pretty good. That just means we have to be careful putting those back on. Well, that third one anyways, because it's going into our timing cover and we don't want to mess that up. So next, I'm going to grab an extension. We're going to take the 2 bolts off the bottom. If I'm a long extension, so we're going to use the Torque Reducer 3000 double stacking extensions plus a 15 millimeter. There's a bolt down here on the end and a bolt on the inside on the end. I'm just going to zip those out real quick. Maybe not. And we can do it the hard way. This is the I'm not asking. Let's see. You just gotta threaten them, they come right off. Couple turns on it. Same with this one. And now just to speed things up a lot. Trash. See how that weather cracking? Is this supposed to be hydraulic filled? I don't know if you can hear it, but that's just a vacuum diaphragm now. There's no liquid left in there. This thing's roasted. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. Absolutely demolished. Look at that. Heck yeah. So this is the contents of the Damond passenger side motor mount. Bracket that's going to bolt onto the car. This is our bushing that is serviceable, which is awesome. This is the top bracket. These 3 bolts are going to go onto the timing cover. We got a few spacers to space these out and the hardware to put everything together. Now it is some assembly required, so I'm going to put that together real quick on a time lapse for you. If you need help, slow the video down, but I'm going to throw it together real quick. So when you're putting this together, you want the bracket flipped like this, okay? That side faces the engine. You want to make sure that the bolt is on the underside of this or else it won't sit in there correctly. It's going to mount in just like that from the top. We're going to tighten this down. This is a 16 millimeter bolt with a 19 millimeter nut. I'm going to tighten this down real quick. This is our finished product. Now we're going to set it in there. Now for the fun part. We're going to drop this mount back down in here. I'm going to line it up with the studs. I'm going to wiggle it down into place. Get bolts over here. You kind of gotta angle the bracket to do this. We're just gonna get them started. Just threaded them just a hair. Alright, once we got them started, I'm going to take our 15mm. We're going to run them down just a bit. We're not going to fully tighten them. We're just going to run them down so they're not only 2 threads in. Alright, after we have the 15mm that bolt to the frame, ran all the way down, we're going to torque them down to 60 foot-pounds. Now we're going to take our 3 aluminum spacers that are supplied in the kit. We're going to drop these down on the studs, or if your studs come out, we're going to put the stud through it, slide that down in there. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. These are E-torque socket. So you can, if you have the E-torque socket, that'll work good. Otherwise, an 8mm box end wrench fits on the end of these pretty well, and you can tighten the stud down that way if you need to, like that. This one came loose for me. They don't need to be super tight. The studs themselves, they just need to be seated. So got that on there. We're going to put the other 2 nuts on over top of the spacers. I'm going to run these bolts down with our 18mm. I'm not going to tighten them all the way. I just want them to be seated, and then we're going to break out our torque wrench on these too. So now that those nuts are seated, we're going to break out our torque wrench with an 18mm on it, and these also get torqued to 60 foot-pounds. Once you got everything torqued down to 60 foot-pounds, it is time for the hardest part. Grab a friend, drink a beer, muster up courage. It's time to put this coolant reservoir back onto these 2 tabs right here. Grab it, I'm gonna line it up, say a prayer, I'm gonna pop it down. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, you are done. With the engine cover all back on, and it really looks factory unless you just kind of take a peek. And Damon just says, oh hey. Profile from the front, see, it looks pretty factory. Until you notice. If you know, you know. First road test of just the passenger side engine mount. I know my transmission mount is absolutely roasted too, so I'm not really expecting to see a huge difference. I already see a difference just in clutch feel, honestly. Like backing up there and then moving forward. Wow. Okay. I mean, obviously that engine mount was pretty roasted, but I really didn't think it was going to make this big of a difference. That's kind of crazy, honestly. Transmission mount's going to be coming out soon. Make sure you keep an eye out. I'm going to be doing that right after I get home from this. So it's going to be back-to-back filming, but I'm going to obviously space the videos out. But I wanted to make sure that I drove in between because not everybody's going to pull the trigger on buying the whole mount setup. My car's already got a CPE stage 2 rear mount. Hey, not third gear. My car's already got a CPE stage 2 rear mount that is still relatively new, so I didn't replace that. So right now I'm on a stock transmission mount that is absolutely demolished, a CPE stage 2 rear motor mount, and a Damond passenger side mount. Like I said, just from this engine mount, I can tell just a big difference in clutch. So this is cool. All right. I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stoked to see what happens when I put this transmission mount on, because that was smooth. I thought my clutch was just getting ready to go out because the engagement was really freaking weird. And it was different dependent on like the temperature of the clutch, it felt like. But no, this is, it was the engine. That's crazy. I'm hyped. I'm gonna put that transmission mount on and I'm gonna have a race car. It's gonna be great. All right, law-abiding citizen, let's roll. No, just the clutch feel, dude. Like, wow. I don't even know what else to say. I really don't. Like, wow, just the clutch feel on this is just superb. It is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna feel like a kid in a candy store when I drive this after the transmission mount. And then I'm gonna put coilovers on. Oh my gosh. Oh. And then my turbo comes back from BNR from getting the Gen 2 cartridge put in it. Car's gonna be wrapped with a Vega Aero kit on it. Velocitech custom big mouth. Oh, God. My pants are fitting tighter, I'm not gonna lie. I need to stop. I need all the blood in the top of my head here so I can drive. This is not good. Oh man. What kind of wheels should I put on it? Well, guess that about does it, huh? Job takes all of 30 minutes if you stop and eat your dinner in between. I think this thing made a world of difference. This is now the second different motor mount that I've driven on these cars, and this doesn't hold a contest at all. There's no other option other than Damond Motorsports. I'll make sure to link it in the description. So if you're looking for a good passenger side motor mount, if yours looks like mine did, it's time. Let's go ahead and buy this one. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay built, stay boosted. We'll see you later.